So, Willie, where are you going, man? Willie, the tree is this way. I can see the tree. Yeah, he took the longest way imaginable. Boom, beat you here. Oh. And this one's a scary ass looking tree too. They're all different kinds of red trees. One was fully red. Oh, this one has no question marks or anything. One was a maple tree supposedly that just weirdly had red leaves. This one is just a red tree. However, it does have
Zach,
like moss hanging off of
this is
it.
Interesting. It looks like a tree that you could find anywhere. Yet, it's also unlike any other. Completely alien. And look how it's weaved its way into the landscape. Almost like cancer cells invading a human body.
Oh, that kind of statement's gonna come back to bite you in the ass, York. I'm gonna be honest with you.
As I gaze upon this tree, I
guess not really him, Zach, but
rising out from within me.
That's also another thing about this game. You know, now that I think about it, you really Whoa! I'm sorry, I heard the horn sound from Deadly Premonition 1. Yeah, that. Don't touch that, Patty. And brush your teeth better. Maybe it's not a teeth brushing thing. Maybe she just really likes black coffee. Don't touch it.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world.
And this tree is very evil.
Got that, Patty?
Got it, Agent York.
Yeah, that's a good check right there, York. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We successfully spoke with the 17 comrades. I feel like they showed us a side of nature that transcends the realms of human knowledge. Next up is the Holy Allah. According to the Oracle, the Holy Allah needs to be filled. We may be due for another childish puzzle soon, Zach. But that's okay. After all, we came all the way out here to the boondocks. Why not enjoy playing by their rules for a bit?
Whatever you say, York. Oh my god. See, the only real difference between this tree and the tree from the first game, I feel like, is this moss hanging off of it. Damn, he really took us all the way out here. What happened to Willie? Willie just disappeared? Very uncool of Willie to just disappear like that. I'm telling you, man. Kaysen's got to be somewhere in town. I don't know how, but Kaysen's connected to this whole game in some format. And that's very strange to me, considering that he's dead, I'd hope.
We've been in this town for longer than we originally planned, haven't we? Oh no, I'm not complaining. I'm used to
I think that we're on like week 3.
Southern food. There are some inconveniences, though. There's no movie theater in this town, nor is there a video rental store, and the TV in the hotel room doesn't get any of the on-demand movie channels. We'll just have to get lucky and encounter a movie being shown on TV. The movie environment in Lucari is no different from that of the 70s, Zach. No, they don't have a movie theater. So I suppose it's even farther back than that. But it's true that these are the times in which one always encounters the best movies. It's always been that way, hasn't it? Think back with me. Remember that hotel in the rundown town near Monroeville, just outside of Pittsburgh? I took a shower, and by the time I got back into bed, it had already started. Time Walker. 1982, directed by Tom Kennedy. I started watching it with.
And he does love his 80 movies. I hadn't really put that together, but yeah, like I want to say a solid 70 to 80% of the movies he discusses are from the 80s.
It was a hyper-realism masterpiece. Even after we checked out from the hotel, we couldn't get that film out of our heads. Not even when we stopped by the Monroeville Mall, the primary filming location for Dawn of the Dead. Instead of the living dead, both you and I were totally preoccupied with thoughts of that living mummy. And we were so excited to visit the Monroeville Mall, too. You kept insisting that you were going to track down those kumquats that Roger had eaten. In fact, I'm pretty sure the only reason I took on that case was because I knew it would let us travel out there. Instead, Time Walker blindsided us. And that's all we could think about. Even when we were inside the mall, we were both off in a different world. There you have it, Zach. A beautiful memory of an encounter with an 80s masterpiece in a very unexpected place.
You done, York? Sorry, I was genuinely a little interested in what he had to say right there. That's my bad. I was, I was just listening. I was just listening to him rant about his movies. Didn't want to interrupt the man. Just doing a couple of sick skateboarding tricks, you know what I mean? Like I said, I do genuinely love the skating in this game. It's very fun. I don't care what anyone says about it. It's a good time. The straight up ability to just catch insane air, do flip tricks, all the good stuff. We've arrived again. Water tower number 14. That's such a cool symbol. I really wish this game didn't suck as much
when you look at it up close. But why do
be
they
a cool
gotta build it
tattoo to
up so
get.
high?
I have a couple video game
The
tattoos,
height
but
gives them the necessary pressure to pump the water out.
I got a Deadly Premonition 1 tattoo. It's like one of my
Also,
favorite games of all time. So
Building
that
it
and
in
I have a
spot where anyone could
dark
easily
sign from
access
Dark
it
Souls
would only
1,
create more
specifically the Dark
problems.
Souls 1 dark sign from the pause
Problems?
menu. That
In a
specific
certain
dark
Missouri
sign.
town, they built the water tower low enough that a person could easily climb up to it. And that's exactly where a mass murderer decided to hide the bodies of all his victims.
Ooh.
The water tower was so low to the ground that he could even climb up to it while carrying a dead body on his back.
You tell me people were drinking dead body water? That's rough. Oh my god, there's red seats here too.
They ended up finding a total of 43 bodies in there. But the part that truly shocked Zach and I wasn't the number of bodies, Patty.
It was the fact that nobody
It was the
recognized they were
fact that
drinking
over the
shit
6
water.
months from the first murder to when the case was solved, that whole time, the townspeople had
Yeah,
been drinking
yeah.
the water.
I agree. See, and that's what caused, as soon as he said that they were putting
Agent
dead
York,
bodies in the water tower, I was like,
I think we
ugh.
can climb up from there. Let's go.
She's
But
like,
Patty, I was
quit
just getting
telling
to
me
the
these
good part."
awful stories. I thought that she liked stuff like that. Wasn't she all like aboard the CSI train and I've seen dead bodies before. I ain't afraid. Ain't nothing you can tell me that'll freak me out. Can we have
So,
a conversation?
What other movies have you seen on that sci-fi movie channel?
What? That question again?
What did I tell you? In this country, all dialogues.
Okay, I'll answer it. I need to think of a movie that Schwarzenegger wasn't in. Oh, okay.
You ever
got
seen
one.
Alien?
It's a film about people who travel around the world in 80 days.
Oh, I love that
I
movie.
think it was a remake of an older one. They went to a bunch of different countries.
She saw
There
the
was
one with-
tons of seats
is
in the
Jackie
film.
Chan in
It's
that
fun to
movie?
watch. It stars
No, wait, I'm
some
thinking of
kung
something
fu guy
else.
and a British man.
No, wait, maybe it was
Sorry,
him.
but they didn't ask your beloved Arnold S. to be in this one.
Around the World in 80 Days, 2004. Directed by Frank Karachi. Starring Jackie Chan.
It was Jackie Chan. Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I
Patty,
love
it
that version of the
appears that you
movie.
didn't watch this film closely enough.
I did too.
Then you
Genuinely
must
do
have
love
been
that
far
movie.
Too distracted. He's
It's very
in it,
fun.
In it? Who is?
Is
Wait,
he?
No.
Arnold's in that movie
That's
too?
right. Arnold S. is in that movie.
I don't remember
You're
him
lying.
in that
There's no
movie
way.
whatsoever.
I mean,
I'm
he
here.
was
I'm there
already
with
governor of
Patty.
California by the time that movie came out.
You're exactly right. In October of 2003, he became the new governor of California.
I
But he was
genuinely
still
don't remember
able
him
to
being in
appear
that
the
movie.
film, since it was in a small enough capacity not to interfere with his governing duties. You can find him in the Istanbul segment.
What? I sort of remember the Istanbul part, but the prince? The prince with the crazy hairdo?
That's right. He played Prince Happy, a romantic
Oh my
long
God.
hair, skilled at telling stories and playing the guitar.
You're
He was
fucking
so in
right.
character. Even I didn't recognize him at first glance. Flawless makeup, hairstyling, costume design, and impeccable acting.
Even I had fully
was
forgotten.
speechless. I believe that entering the political world
So he does see
only
newer
allowed him
movies,
to
by the way. He doesn't
further widen
refuse
his
to
acting
watch newer
repertoire.
movies. He
His
likes all
acting was
movies.
always so
He just prefers the
realistic, full of
80s.
presence. But then he went and added elaborate technique on top of it. Perfection.
You know, actually, I've had this
Patty,
question
I'm
for a
now
while. When
convinced that
was...
you've been seduced by his charm without even realizing it? That's why you've been unconsciously
Yeah.
seeking out films that he appears in. You
The
don't need to
odds
feel
that
embarrassed.
York
It's
has
a
not
perfectly
said
natural
a single thing
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Blue
Let's just
Velvet
get back to the
really
investigation.
makes me feel
Come
like
on,
Swery
please.
just tried to
You're right,
distance
Patty.
himself from
This is no
anything
time for
David
idle
Lynch.
chatter.
You know
We
what I
have
mean?
two important goals now. Solving this case and finding your daddy. Let's get back to work. No more
York,
chit-chat. You
I
heard her,
don't-
Zach. We need you to focus as well.
I don't ever want to hear you say daddy again, okay, man? But yeah, no, it is baffling that as much as York seems to love 80s movies, and Zach also loves 80 movies, that we haven't heard them say a single thing about like Blue Velvet
this is
or
our
any
town.
other David Lynch
Looking down
films
on
of the
it from
time.
here, it's hard to imagine any bad stuff ever happened.
Actually, I
at all.
think he mentioned Dune at some point in the first game. I feel like he said something about Dune.
Listen carefully, Patricia.
Maybe I'm wrong though.
You just leave Melvin to me. I promise I'll take care of things. You're grown up. You're more of an adult than anyone else in this town, I guarantee it. But that doesn't mean you have to suffer through everything without ever saying a word about it. Just remember that, okay?
And then he pushes her off the side. What the hell? Oh my god, the squirrels. The squirrels
Zach,
are
it
in the
looks like
goddamn water tower.
holy
They're still in the
Allah
water.
Hasn't been sucking up water properly. No wonder the shower in our hotel room felt so weak.
No. That was a valve
who
issue on
manages this
their end.
water
We
tower?
fixed it too.
This is Lucare. You should know the answer to that by now.
The
I was gonna say
Clarksons.
the big ass
Judging
sign
from
on
their
the front of
current
it didn't let you
situation,
know.
I don't think they'll be able to give us a timely response.
Yeah.
Do you know where the water comes from?
Probably Isaac Lake?
We've already
That
been
settles
there.
Let's fill the holy Allah and solve this problem ourselves.
I knew you were gonna say that, Agent York.
All right, we're not gonna fast travel this time though. We're actually gonna go ahead and just walk there and listen to whatever dialogue this chapter has, because I have a feeling that, you know, sooner than later we're gonna be moving on to the next chapter. Like I said, now that we have no side quests to do, we're just chugging along, and the game has become a lot better in my opinion. I say that, it still feels pretty jank, but just the whole ability of being able to actually progress the story has made things significantly better. Let me get York's dialogue out of the way first as soon as we can.
Lena Doman, aka Professor R. How could such an intelligent person like her suffer such a tragic downfall? Does the South really corrupt people like Patty said? This sunlight certainly seems capable of
Tragedy and
breaking someone
trauma
down.
in their youth. That's the
How they try to
usual
resist
answer.
it. It's so hot, it feels like I'm burning up, but that doesn't explain it. Perhaps we really do need to focus on the Clarkson bloodline itself. Everything in this town, whether it's visible or invisible, it all carries shades of their influence. Buildings, people, conversations, food, right down to each blade of grass. There isn't anything beyond the reach of the Clarkson's breath. Even San Rouge itself was created by Clarkson blood. Zach, just looking at the
I never really
people
thought
involved
about
in
that.
this case tells us all we need to know.
But that is true. The
What stands before
Clarksons
us now aren't your usual
did
serial
simultaneously
killers.
build up this town
Not
and
even
corrupt
your
it.
usual drug case. It's the history of sin that's weighing down the shoulders of the massive entity known as the Clarkson family. And we're simply lost souls wandering through its colossal womb. We need to be like Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket. Put our heads together.
No, god damn it, I cut him off. I can't believe I did that. That was fully an accident.
Why do you think the Clarksons chose a dragonfly for their family crest?
Alright, never mind. Sorry, I'm cutting you off again. And you know what the bad part is? I don't think that I ever get to hear those voice lines again. Sadly, I do not believe I do. And there it goes, not smoking again.
Isaac
I've restarted the game and everything multiple times, by the way, and it doesn't fix it. That animation just doesn't
That's
play
the name
anymore.
of
I
the
don't know
former head of
what
the
the issue
Clarkson
is with
family.
it.
When he retired, they built this lake to commemorate his career. That's why it's called Isaac Lake.
They wanted people to remember the power of the Clarkson family every time they used their water, huh?
You sure don't miss a beat.
The water level's higher than I expected. They probably haven't been out here to check on it since Lise was murdered.
Oh yeah, and well that, and it's not getting fed through into the water tower,
I
so
bet
there's
that's
nothing
where
really
the water
draining
gets
it.
sucked up into the water tower.
Probably. Another location I've actually already been to. Oh my god. That even scared me a little bit.
Mr. Alligator, never thought I'd have to use you to fight a real alligator.
You absolutely have
Does that
already
skeletal
done so
gentleman have in mind for a
several
second?
times. I think we've killed upwards of like 45 to 30 of them, or 30, 45. We've killed upwards of 45 to like 60. It's somewhere between, 45 and 90 of these alligators at least. Oh my god. Hey, look, a combat part that's like not actually in the thing. If I talk to her
Patty,
now,
what's
does it?
That
Never mind. They weren't saying anything important. He was doing the goofy talking where it doesn't mean anything. I thought I already made you sons of bitches extinct the first time, damn it. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of them. Yo, are they just gonna permanently keep coming? How many are they gonna send out of this dude? Holy shit! Fuck this. Patty, be careful. Look out. We're running for it. Go, York, go. Punk ass bitch. See that sweet roll? We made it. Yeah, no, they were just infinite. They weren't stopping anytime soon. Oh. He's like clipped into the ground in the cutscene.
Open the door, Patty.
Oh, that was a cool cutscene part right there.
Now, Patty.
Jesus. You guys realize we gotta exit that way too, right? Okay, it's alligator proof. Straight up alligator proof, man.
Okay, Patty. I'm going to try asking you that question again. What do you do when you're at home?
I watch TV and look up stuff on the internet, I guess.
Yep,
Ain't
already had
much
this
else to do when
conversation.
you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Really? For some reason, I envisioned you working hard to take...
Yep, we've already had this exact conversation. I gotta be real. I'm gonna pass on that. That's okay. Don't need to hear that again. That's it. They were just unable to come up here and turn a valve.
Okay, Zach. Let's head back to the Holy Allah. We need to confirm with our own eyes that we've completed the Skeletal Gentleman's Oracle.
Really? That's it? We're not even gonna try to like look into why it wasn't pumping correctly or any of that? Whatever, man. It's your journey. It's your journey. It's your journey, York. I'm just here for it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just following you. And we're routing the bearings in our board as we speak and waterlogging the board, but mainly the bearings are the issue that I'm taking here. Yeah, so you don't get any of that dialogue that I accidentally skipped ever again. He's just gonna hum and do all this other bullshit. Very sad, but you know, it was a good chance to at least showcase another thing that I take issue with. You know, in the first game,
No, nothing.
he would he'd be like, now where were we? And then he'd continue talking about whatever topic he was previously talking about. Not in this game. In this game, it just kind of cuts it off. That was clean. And as for Patty, we've already done all of her dialogue, obviously, because they're just repeating the same things over and over again now. I don't think there is a teleport to this lake either, by the way. So I guess either way, I would have had to make this, you know, I was going to say walk, but it's not a walk. I will say this music is rather enjoyable though. At the very least, you know, at least this tune, it doesn't bug me by any means. It's not nearly as good as the whistle from the first game. That shit got stuck in my head. And I remember I remember I dated a girl and I'd been playing it on the Switch whenever it first came out around her, and she straight up, I caught her whistling the tune from that, like the Deadly Premonition 1 whistle song. She was sitting there around the house whistling that shit, and I was like, there's no fucking way. I was like, she would never play this game. Don't get me wrong. You know, she barely played games as was, much less play Deadly Premonition. But God, I'll be damned if that whistle didn't ingrain itself into her brain. And I thought that shit was pretty tight. I was like, see, this is the power of Deadly Premonition. In some way or another, it'll get in there. There's something there for everyone.
Shower tonight.
Yeah, no, we already solved that problem, York. I don't know what you're on about with that.
No. Not really.
Yeah, both of her parents are missing, dog. What do you mean?
Parents?
Well, of course I am. My mom is sick, you know. And she got even worse starting about a year ago.
Well, I'm sure your dad's all right and has
She
her.
used to be so beautiful.
Maybe.
But now she looks like a completely different person.
Really? That transformation happened over the course of a
She
year?
can't even get up out of her own bed no more.
Yeah, you're telling me. I still haven't forgotten what I've witnessed.
Now it looks like I've gone and done it again.
No, I know Mama's illness ain't your fault, Agent York. It's more about Daddy. He
what?
Nothing. Just forget it.
Is he a feeder? Does he enable it?
Y'all get down from there right now.
Hey, man. You better quit screaming like that.
Get down here, goddammit.
He is rather stressed out these
Legacy has
days.
come for a sec, and he doesn't sound very composed.
Hey, man. I gave you that doll, man. Remember, man? I thought we were chill now, right? You kissed me on the lips, you little weirdo. Why you up there yelling at me for? That's the secret story that they don't tell you about is Danny and York's one-sided love affair.
This is private property, goddammit. I guess you really do want to throw down with a Clarkson, huh?
Oh, he's wasted.
I never gave you permission. Yeah, you think you can just walk all over us, huh? Hey!
And don't forget, I took your jab. Took your jabs.
Right now, you're gonna pay for pissing off the Clarksons. Oh yeah, you'll get yours. Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, I just had to hear what else he had to yell at us.
I could
This
arrest
guy's
you for drunk driving.
I was gonna say he's
but I simply haven't got
absolutely
the time.
gone. Well, I don't see his car here, York, to be 100% fair.
Ever since you got here, my whole family. Now they're all dead.
You can't really arrest him for drunk driving, dog. I don't see his car anywhere here. As far as you know, he pogo sticked his way down here.
You're Satan.
No. You're... Oh. You been drinking vodka, you nasty bastard?
You came here.
Could at least
to destroy
bourbon or
the
something
Clarksons.
classy, man. You don't gotta do that shit.
You destroyed them. Satan.
See, you keep getting the in the wrong place. I'm actually Santa.
Not quite, Daniel.
I come bearing gifts, like freedom from your crazy-ass stepfather who made you have your arm eaten off by a crocodile.
I'm just an agent carrying out a mission in accordance with federal law. On the contrary, I came to put a stop to all these problems.
And not to mention, I think you're the last heir of the Clarksons. So, to be fair, once again, to the point of me being Santa,
You might even consider thanking me for
I
it.
think I gave you the gift of the extreme Clarkson's wealth.
Federal law.
Now listen, Danny, I know that you want to try to hit me.
According.
However, you strike me as a right-handed fella. And you don't got a right hand anymore. And I'd hate to see your shitty-ass left-hand hook. Well, that's good. See, look, I also came bearing the gift of laughter.
Did you hear that?
How long can you stay in that pose? You must have absolutely incredible core strength, my man. How long do you think he's... Oh my god. I was say this doesn't sound like that side of laughter, but the longer it goes on, the more it does.
I lost everything. My treasure.
Now, I do feel bad about that part.
At least my old baby girl.
Okay, so Lise was his daughter. So was Galena the one that Lena, you know, did the deed with?
You reap what you sow.
I must have been him and Lena. Or sorry, wait.
Whether you like it or not,
I called Galena
you're the
him
new
because
heir to
Lena
the
was
Clarkson
awesome.
legacy.
So Lena and Galena
You could
at some
rebuild
point,
their empire, or resign it to the ravages of time. Do whatever you like.
or who's the other? I mean, was there another
But you'll no
child
longer be able
involved
to
in there?
borrow a certain someone's power and
did
march around
PJ
like you
have
own
another
this town.
Daughter that I don't recall
You
or
need to
remember?
accept that and prepare to survive.
He said that they had that he, you know, did the deed with his sister. Is exactly PJ's words. With their sister now. Sorry. But he didn't. PJ didn't specify which sister she
Zach, it's no use.
did that with. So now I'm
The
confused.
skeletal gentleman is a strict one, that's for sure. We're going to have to figure out what the giant lady's finger is. if we want to
Giant
continue on
lady's
with this order.
finger.
Lady's finger. I'm at a loss, Zach.
Giant lady's
The only
finger.
thing that comes to mind is a certain lady in glasses who displayed her middle finger to a truck driver. The student driver who was driving the car that Leslie Nielsen jumped into in order to chase down a criminal.
What are you talking? You're talking about movies
1988,
again.
Directed by David Zucker.
I was gonna
and
say,
Naked Gun. That car chase was terrific.
once again, banging movie.
It felt like we were watching one of our own car chases from the real world.
York, you've been in car
That director
chases?
must have gotten some advice from actual police officers. Otherwise, there's no way he would have been able to film such a realistic chase.
I'm just baffled that York
Hey,
has ever been
Agent
in a
York,
car
can I
chase.
say
York
something?
strikes me more as the type to let them go and get them at a later time.
If you're looking for ladies' fingers, you know that's another name for okra, right?
No,
Another
I did
name
not.
For okra?
Yeah, okra's pretty common here in Louisiana.
That's
so
fair.
Most people know about its other name.
Huh. Okra. My talented assistant strikes again.
Giant okra.
You solved the oracle instead of me. Let's hurry
Where would
over
I
to
find-
the okra farm at once, then.
There's an okra
and
farm
find the
here?
biggest piece of okra while we're at it.
Hey, Agent York.
Okra is pretty good.
The key word is giant, so it must be rather large. I'll bet it looks positively grotesque, Zach. And just imagine the stickiness. Ooh, I think I'll refrain from taking a bite.
Maybe, but man, you deep fry
Hey,
that
Agent
shit and
York.
holy Christ, dude. Fried okra is incredible.
Our town doesn't have an okra farm.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I was like, how did I miss that?
No? Okra farm?
Relax. Just follow me. I reckon I know where we're supposed to go.
Is Daniel still just sitting there on his... Yeah, he is. Sorry, Daniel. Gotta run, buddy. He's just sitting there listening to us talk about okra the whole time. Holy shit. We are some unemotional kind of assholes. Listen to this man cry about his dead family, and we're just like, so where do you think we'd find some giant okra at, huh? Patty, you got any ideas about where we'd find giant okra? You think you could take me to this giant okra? Oh, yeah. Oh, big okra. Very sticky. Me no like you. Bad bite. I don't want to do that. And meanwhile, Daniel's just sitting there fucking crumpled on the ground, torn to fucking pieces about the loss of his whole entire family. That's awful. That's fucked up. And we just left his ass too. We didn't try to console him. We didn't try to call him a ride, do anything like that. Just left his ass there. Oh, nice. I think this is the first time Patty's never disappeared from us getting on our board. If I'm gonna have to follow her anyway, I might as well bust out some sweet tricks on the way. Shit, honestly, this is better paced than I've had the whole game with running with people. You know, if I really gotta slow down, I can just do some S-curves. I wonder where she's taking us. I would have assumed the diner is somewhere that serves okra, you know what I mean? But it appears that is not the case. Over the sidewalk. And up onto the sidewalk. Oh, shit. Wait for me, Batty. Oh, we made it. Oh, is she gonna yell at me if we're getting too far?
Agent York, where are you going?
Sorry,
I got to me, or I'm not gonna show you where your next stop is.
I got stuck on some concrete back here, Patty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please don't do this. Check this shit out. Oh, she missed it. Beat up before she starts yelling at us again. I wonder where she's taking us. Under a bridge, maybe? Maybe there's some okra plants down there? I genuinely have no clue. Oh, shit. I swear, the person who invents a skateboard that can ride this freely on grass would change the world. The skateboarding landscape for sure, at the very least. Yeah, I mean, we'd see a lot more people riding skateboards over bikes. I think that's the main reason people ride. No, I mean, to be fair, bikes are also just like, in my opinion, and this might be biased because I enjoy skateboarding more than bikes, but like, I think also bikes are less physically taxing to ride around on, you know what I mean? Because you can pedal for a bit and then they just kind of continuously carry you. Skateboard, more often than not, well, also, you know, you can get some pushes in and it'll carry you a while. What with the wheels being smaller and all that, they do require more pushing than bikes do pedaling to get up to high speeds. I think that's a valid thing to say. I mean, it's very valid.